So hi, Felix.
Hello.
We are here at the Flame booth in the Flame bungalow, right?
Yeah, Flames up for Vermona, like the big, three big German manufacturers, I'd say.
So we're going to look at Fire, which is your new drum machine, right?
Exactly. 8 channels, drum synthesizer, drum percussion synthesizer, with currently 9 algorithms. It's virtual analog, like it's digital, so there's a few virtual analog ones in the FM wavetable, a T-bridge, like 808 kind of thing, and there's more to come. Extensive parameter possibilities. So give me a second. Like for instance, the kick drum, if I can select it, has like 2 pages of parameters. At the moment, it's 15, and it's not just the regular stuff you find. You also have like click level, click envelopes, like transient samples, like resonance, 3 different kind of filters, cutoff just for click sounds or transient sounds. There's a lot of different algorithms that also have like attack envelopes. What else? The cool thing about it is that, like, unlike other drum synthesizers or machines that have a fixed structure, like bass drum, snare drum, hi-hat, etc. If you want to have 8 bass drums, you can have 8 bass drums, which is pretty powerful, especially because you can mangle them like all the way. You have, what else is there? Like input-output section on the model itself is, as you can see, there's like main stereo out and 3 extra outs. But down here, hidden at the bottom, there is an expander module. It comes with it, so you'll get both. This one has another 3 audio outs, so altogether you have 8 audio outs. You have a global user CV in, which can be used to morph between versions of instruments. So every instrument also has an A/B version, which is these 2 buttons. You can also morph globally, like so all kits move at the same time. You can control it with like sensors, LFOs, foot pedals, whatnot. And at the moment, it's connected via MIDI.
Right, okay.
Which is a very interesting thing because it frees up the expander. So you don't need the trigger gate ins, you don't need the velocity ins. This is done via MIDI. And I have like 8 additional velocity ins to have fun with.
Can you use the triggers and MIDI like concurrently? Can you use them at the same time?
You can, but it's messy. I mean, yes, you can, but what I'm doing at the moment, in combination with the new sequencer, the Takt, this is a good example because it's connected to the Fire with MIDI. So it basically frees up all the gate trigger outs, the CV outs, and as velocity is taken care of with MIDI, I have the CV parts that can go anywhere in the system or to the Fire, which makes this, especially this combination, quite powerful. And
So you've got a bit of some patterns. Should we hear some of the Fire then?
We can.
Perfect.
So give me a second. Start with a kick. In everything at the same time. It's a bit more electro-ish stuff. It is an electro monster in my opinion, but it can do a lot more.
So you're just switching patterns.
Yeah, it's up like a few patterns and the kits.
So does that is each kind of different kit different algorithms, or the same algorithms with just different parameters?
This one is like it's all over the place. It's like one kit is 2 of these, 3 of these, one kit is. Like the number 1 was just standard, you know, all 8 instruments. And it has like serious low end. It's really the possibilities are. It sounds. I think it sounds very analog, to be honest. Yeah. Let's go back to the left one. Yeah. So, and this is just a glimpse. If I do the master morph, for instance, this is going to be a messy one, but because there is
so
no
how
B
does the
versions.
does the interface work for interacting with the sounds?
Sorry, come again.
How does the interface work for to change the sounds?
Okay, I mean there's a
because obviously these are you've got kind of 8 encoders, but or 8 potentiometers, but how do they actually change the sound? Is that just based on each individual patch, or?
Yes. I mean, it depends on it depends on the instrument and on the page you are. So if I go select 1, which is the bass drum, I see the first page with parameters, and it's 8 things, 8 knobs. I can choose if it's jump mode or pickup mode, and then I can switch here. I have another 7 parameters. This is probably going to be more at some point. So that's how you switch. And basically, yeah, A, B, there is nothing in there at the moment, but I could switch between an A and B version, use it, I don't know, for variation or morph slowly, whatever. And then, I don't know, let's go, yeah, clap. For instance, there's a clap on track 2, and I mean, it's not the clap that you hear. I think it's the shaker kind of sound, and the snare is somewhere else. Then you have like a panning page, which is global, so all 8 tracks have panning.
So it's a lot. It's kind of like really deep per program, right? Or is it 8 parameters per kind of voice?
It's more like really 2 pages. Almost every instrument has 2 pages. So you know, like I showed you, like bass drum, page 1, page 2. So it's 15 at the moment. There's gonna be more. And it's not, to be honest, it's not complicated. It's a very hands-on thing. Like just a few minutes ago, Sarah Summers was here, and without even asking me, she found her way. You know. Another thing I can show you is like how to switch an engine. For instance, I have a bass drum on track 1. If I go to the main encoder, now it's a T-bridge. The only thing is, at the moment, the parameters don't change, so it's the new engine, but with the parameter settings of the bass drum.
Right. Okay.
Which is actually quite cool, like for like happy accidents.
Yeah.
But we want to change the feature, like we want to have it changeable, like so it changes and it immediately loads a preset. But you could, yeah. You know, you could, and as I said, you could go 8 toms, 8 bass drums, 8 T-bridge thingies. It's pretty powerful.
So when is it kind of available now? What's the kind of roadmap for this?
End of June, beginning of July.
And price, is that a question that we can't ask yet, or?
I think 490. Sorry,
Okay,
just
brilliant.
have to look at Mr. Flame.
Brilliant.
490 is the price. Ja, 490, 490, oder? 490 Euro. 490 bei 490 Euro Ladepreis. Yeah, but 499.
Brilliant.
Which is,
well,
yeah.
Yeah.
And it comes with the expander, so it's not like, you know, you have to buy the stuff extra kind of stuff.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Hopefully.